National Highway Survival Game. A suitcase suddenly appears in front of everyone. Open it to choose any vehicle you want, while everyone else rushes to pick all kinds of supercars. You turn around and choose a Wuling Hongwang. The others call you a weirdo. But the corners of your mouth curl up instead. Those people don't get it. In highway survival, low fuel consumption and high ground clearance are the real strengths. At this moment, a gigantic virtual screen appears before your eyes. The rules of wilderness road survival are simple. There are basically no rules. The only requirement is to stay alive by gathering resources. You glance around, then step on the gas and drive off. After covering dozens of miles, you take a quick look at the fuel gauge. The needle has barely moved. Truly a legend among cars. You pat the steering wheel. 1 per 100 kilometers, no exaggeration. At that moment, you spot a wooden crate up ahead. You park the car carefully. Walk over and inspect it closely. This must be a supply crate. You rummage through the trunk and pull out a wooden mallet. You swing and smash it twice. The wooden crate doesn't budge. A 25 appears on the box. Gritting your teeth, you give it another hard whack. The number turns into 35. The crate finally cracks open a little. Just then, a cold voice suddenly explodes in your mind. Congratulations, host. You've bound the Infinite Amplification System. Every item can be amplified once. You freeze for half a second, then burst out laughing. What is this? It's finally my turn for some crazy luck. Detected. Wooden mallet can be amplified. Amplify now. Amplification successful. Wooden mallet bronze hammer. Tip. Use the bronze hammer and strike 10 times to smash open a bronze resource crate. So smashing a wooden crate with a bronze hammer should be a piece of cake. You grab the bronze hammer and give it a hard swing. The wooden resource crate bursts apart with a dull crash. Fragments fly everywhere. You look down. On the ground is a tiny bottle of cloudy river water, labeled 100 milliliters. You pick up the bottle, hold it up to the light, and frown. The cap is sealed tight. Are you kidding me? Is this water even drinkable? But you don't have time to think. After just getting out of the car, the scorching sun overhead is making you dizzy and lightheaded. Your throat feels like it's on fire from thirst. You hurry back into the car. If you don't drink soon, you'll die of dehydration. You brace yourself to take a sip. The system prompt sounds again. Detected. 100 milliliters cloudy river water can be amplified. Amplify now. Amplify. Amplify. Amplification successful. 100 milliliters cloudy river water becomes 10 liters of mineral water. No sooner is the sentence finished, a giant bucket of clear, sparkling mineral water appears right in front of you. Just as expected, you twist open the lid and gulp down several big mouthfuls in such scorching heat. With this bucket of water, at least you won't die of thirst for a few days. You put the bucket down and turn to look at your Wuling Hongwang. Just to test it, you think for a moment. Sure enough, the vehicle itself can't be amplified. Amplification must exclude things like cars, just like supply crates. You start the car and keep going. Casually, you open the chat plaza, wondering how the other players are doing. But then you discover that you're actually the first person to find a supply crate. The plaza is filled with complaints and wailing. So thirsty, is there any water? Can someone give me some water? If someone gives me a sip, I'll wire them 200 million. Please give me some water. If you give me a drink, I'll marry you. Does anyone have gas? I'll give you my ID number. Give me some gasoline. I can teach you to sing, dance, rap, and play basketball. You look at these offers and shake your head. In this game, money and women are just external things. Only resources are what matters. At this moment, a message catches your eye. I got 1 liter of low-grade gasoline, but my Pagani Huayra is a top supercar, and low-grade gas just can't be used. Your eyes light up. You immediately open that player's profile. Send a private message. If you can't use it, how about trading it for a liter of mineral water? What do you say? The other party doesn't hesitate at all. Player Lu Wancheng initiates a trade. Do you accept? Accept. 1 liter of low-grade gasoline appears in your car. Detected. 1 liter of low-grade gasoline can be amplified. Amplify now. Amplify. Success. 1 liter of low-grade gasoline becomes 50 liters of refined gasoline. You inhale sharply in awe. Not only has the quality improved from low to refined, but the quantity has increased 50-fold. Refined gasoline is more concentrated and lasts longer. And your legendary Wuling has low fuel consumption to begin with. This fuel should last you a long time. Feeling great. You switch on the AC right away. Cool air blows all around. You relax comfortably into the seat. It's scorching hot outside. Everyone else is still desperate for a sip of water, but you're already chilling with the AC. You continue on. The Wuling is super practical, but due to its price, it doesn't come with things like airbags for safety, so you don't dare to drive recklessly. You keep the speed around 70 miles per hour. Not far ahead, you spot another wooden supply crate. You park the car carefully. This time, you don't get out right away. Instead, you first check the surroundings as usual. In this survival game, everything is uncertain. You only get one life. After making sure nothing's wrong around you, you grab the bronze hammer and get out quickly. Honestly, the thrill of opening these mystery boxes is way more exciting than unboxing deliveries. You walk up and smash it with a hammer. The sturdy wooden crate shatters instantly. A shadow suddenly darts out. You take a close look. A huge black rat lunges straight at you. You instinctively duck aside. The big black rat misses you and lands 6 feet away. It bares its teeth and turns around. Before it can attack again, you snatch up the scattered loot in the box and dash for the car. You yank the door open and dive inside. Slam it shut.
Thud, thud.
Pounding sounds come from outside the car again and again. With lingering fear, you look in the rearview mirror at the giant black rat. What kind of rat grows this big? Did it develop on roadside food? With no proper weapon, there's no way you can fight this thing head-on. If you get hurt and infected, with so little medical care around, there's only one way it ends death. You quickly start the engine. Slam the gas pedal to the floor. The big black rat chases frantically behind, but ends up left in the dust. You finally breathe a sigh of relief and look down at the supplies you grabbed in the panic. A moldy baked flatbread and a blueprint. Weapon blueprint. Basic infantry knife. Required materials. High-quality iron, white copper. Detected. Weapon blueprint can be amplified. Amplify now. Amplify. Amplification successful. Standard infantry knife blueprint. Cold Wind T1 multi-purpose military knife. Blueprint requires materials. 26 refined iron, 3 diamond, 1 white copper. Reminder, T1 level melee weapon. Represents a fairly advanced international design. Look at the material requirements listed above. Excited, but also a bit of headache. The blueprint is cool, but the materials needed are just terrifying. 10 ores are refined into iron. 20 ores are refined into gold. 50 ores are refined into steel. You know very well. It's not easy to gather these materials early in the game. You glance at that moldy flatbread. Mold is one thing. The key is it was hanging out with that big black rat. If not for the enhancement system, you would have tossed it already. Enhancement successful. Moldy flatbread minus 100 roasted flatbreads. A huge pile of golden, crispy roasted flatbreads instantly filled the entire car. The aroma is irresistible. You haven't eaten anything since arriving here. You grab 2 and stuff them into your mouth. Devour them ravenously. After eating your fill, you quickly take stock of your current supplies. Then make a decision to open the trading plaza. Publish a bounty quest. Player, Lingyi. Bounty issued. Bounty covers refined iron, diamond, white copper, and all types of metal resources. Each type of metal resource can be traded for 100 milliliters bottled water, or 1 roasted flatbread. Bounty pool, 3 liters bottled water, 20 roasted flatbreads. Once the message goes out, private messages start pouring in. Lingyi boss, I've got a small whip. Can I trade it for a roasted flatbread, Lingyi? Lingyi bro, I'm still a virgin. I'm really good. Give me 100 milliliters bottled water and a roasted flatbread. I'll be yours tonight. You swipe through these messages with a blank expression. You're no longer in your old world. You have absolutely no interest in any of that. The only thing you need now is resources. After a while, the bounty claim area finally paid off. A piece of regular iron. You take it out and enhance it directly. Enhancement successful. Regular iron transformed into 6 refined iron. one step closer to forging your weapon. You're full of confidence, but you know you can't just sit and wait. So you start driving, humming a tune, moving forward. After driving for a while, you spot another wooden resource crate. You get out and walk toward it carefully. Smash the crate with a hammer, then jump back immediately. No monsters. Just one bottle of 100 milliliters regular water. Water resources are always useful. Enhancement successful. 100 milliliters regular water to 5 liters salted soda. Salted soda catches your eye. In environments with heat stroke and dehydration, salted water is the best way to recover. Lack of salt can cause weakness and illness. All over fatigue. In severe cases, even shock. You take a big gulp of salted soda. Immediately feel refreshed. Get back in the car and continue on. The sun is setting in the west. You decide to find a safe place to park for the night. After a whole day of driving, you definitely need rest. You park the car, open the trading plaza, count up the bounty results. Gained 6 regular iron, 1 regular steel. As expected, more and more people are discovering metal resources now. You immediately take them out. Enhancement conquered. Successfully received 26 refined iron, 4 diamond. Turns out you even got 1 extra diamond. A pleasant surprise. Now, you're just 1 piece of white copper away from forging the Coldwind T1 multi-purpose knife. Only missing a single piece of white copper. You look around at the pitch-black wasteland. Check the car lock once more. After confirming it's safe, close your eyes and get ready to sleep. At dawn the next day, you open the trading plaza right away. No white copper resource you need. Open the chat plaza. Today's atmosphere is especially
gloomy.
Last night, several active players whose names you still remember. All went quiet. It's probably dead, right? You mutter under your breath. He probably ran into trouble while out scavenging for supplies last night. After a brutal night of eliminations, many players finally accepted reality. Everyone started saying that only those with resources can survive. A new day starts with gathering resources. I have to get some metal resources today. Watching so many people willingly work for you, you can't help but sigh. So this is what it feels like to be a capitalist. Meanwhile, a sultry voice rings out inside another car. It's the internet-famous streamer, Lu Mingyao. As expected from my #1 supporter. He's truly my fated one. He actually found some white copper, she says coquettishly to the screen, then suddenly changes the subject. A shrewd look flashes in her eyes. I have to get that white copper and extort Lin Yi for a hefty sum. She acts cute in a private chat, saying, "That guy's really living it up right now. How about this? We'll split whatever resources I get with you 50 to 50, okay? I'm so glad I met you. I'll be your girlfriend, alright?" The guy on the other end is instantly tempted. Without hesitation, he hands over the white copper. But as soon as she gets her hands on it, Liu Mingyao immediately blocks him. She looks at the white copper in her hand and lets out a lazy laugh. Men really are easier and easier to fool. White copper is such a rare resource, and I just got it with a few sentences. Then she makes a public announcement in the chat plaza. Lin Yi, I have the white copper you need. If you want it, hand over 5 liters of water and 3 days worth of food. Otherwise, you'll never get it. This blatant extortion silences the entire plaza. Everyone's waiting for your response. You stare at the message, thinking it over. That's one hell of a demand. But without white copper, there's no way to craft weapons. Just as you're about to grit your teeth and increase your offer, a private message suddenly pops up. Sender, Lu Wancheng. Bro, do you need some rare white copper? Yes, you reply with just 1 word. In the next moment, a trade request appears before you. You're stunned. The other party doesn't ask for anything in return. In other words, Lu Wancheng is just giving you the white copper for free. You feel a warm surge in your heart. This guy is actually pretty reliable. You don't hesitate. You put 5 liters of refined gasoline, a liter of water, and 5 pieces of flatbread into the trade window. Then you hit confirm trade successful. You send Lu Wancheng a private message. I can't take your stuff for nothing. Take these supplies, that's too much. Bro, I can't accept this, really. Lu Wancheng thinks about his own situation with his sister, but ultimately doesn't turn it down. Alright then, thanks a lot, man. Lin Yi, I really don't know how to repay you. If you ever need any rare resources, Come to me first. I'll definitely keep an eye out for you. Now with all the materials gathered, you remove the bounty task. After getting the white copper, you give it a try. Turns out you can't enhance it. Only items found in resource crates can be enhanced. So where did this white copper come from? You think it over. Forget it, I'll just make the weapon first. You were planning to enhance it after crafting the weapon, but that's not going to work. You open the design for the Frostwind T1 combat knife. Add all the materials. Congratulations to player Lin Yi for crafting a T1 level Frostwind combat knife. Announce to server. You freeze, then immediately pick no. Seriously? This is a no-rules survival game. Only an idiot would reveal their cards this early. Just as you finish talking, a combat knife appears in your hand out of thin air, colder than ice to the touch. Almost like black iron. You raise the knife up and take a look. The blade is so sharp it almost seems like it could cut your gaze. Let's try it. You glance around the car. No way, these are all important supplies. Can't waste them. So you get out and look around outside. Finally, your gaze lands on the ground. You grip the knife with one hand. Thrust it into the road's surface. Stab, pull out. Clean movement. The road gets pierced as easily as if it were tofu. You almost wonder if this is really asphalt. With this knife, you feel a sense of security flood in. Satisfied, you put the knife away. Back in the car, you open the chat plaza and find it's blowing up. Supernatural bro. How do you cancel the bounty? Yeah, I just found some iron ore. But now I need water. Please restore the bounty. If I get the chance, I'll definitely have your babies. Move it, fangirl upstairs. A high-class man like Supernatural Bro has got to like us cultured girls. Cultured family. Lin Yi, I'm a dance major. You know what I mean? You smirk slightly. It actually feels pretty great to be so popular. But you relist the bounty. And it's not because all this sweet talk got to you. You know full well that, as time passes, other players will get blueprints too. By then, the prices for metal resources will skyrocket. Better to cash in while you can. You put up 3 more liters of water and 50 pieces of flatbread as bounty rewards again. The reward rules stay the same. Every piece of metal can be exchanged for 100 milliliters of water or 1 piece of flatbread. Then you start driving again. Ding, transaction received. Iron refining, ding. Transaction received. Rare white copper. 1 ding, transaction received. Standard steel armor. Resources keep coming in steadily. Just then, you spot something in the corner of your eye behind the roadside weeds. A greenish box appears half hidden. Bronze resource box. You pull out your bronze hammer, step out of the car carefully, and walk over to the resource box. You take a deep breath and start smashing hard. 1 hit, 2 hits. On the 10th hit, the box shatters, and you grip your knife and leap back, scanning alertly all around. Nothing dangerous. On the ground, you see 2 items, a medical first aid kit and a nail-sized armor plate. You bend down to pick up the loot and start to turn back to the car when a heavy noise erupts from the grass behind you. Even the ground under your feet vibrates. Your pupils narrow. Whatever is back there, it's definitely huge. Without looking back, you take off running. The wind brings the roar of a beast up behind you. You glance sideways. A giant wild boar with huge fangs bursts toward you. Holy shit! Where the hell did this saber-toothed boar come from? You know your wooling car is fuel efficient, but there's no way it can withstand this beast. If that thing charges, there's no way you'll make it back to the car in time. You spot a pile of rocks ahead and make a snap decision to dash over. In a few strides, you climb up the hill. The wild boar charges to the bottom, roaring furiously up at you. You grab a rock by your feet and hurl it down. The wild boar is completely enraged now, roaring as it charges upward, but it's way too heavy, and the round loose stones roll away under its hooves. Its legs sink deeper and deeper, and the whole pig ends up stuck in the rocks. All it can do is rage and bellow. It's trapped. Your eyes flash. This is your one chance. You pull out your Frostwind knife and leap down. In the blink of an eye, your blade flashes like lightning. The boar doesn't even have time to scream. Before you've expertly finished it off, with a ton of effort, you drag all the pork back to the car. This isn't a place to stay long. You've already stopped too long. You start the engine immediately and get on your way. After driving a bit further, you break open a wooden resource box and get 200 milliliters of bottled water. Space in the car is limited, so you don't enhance the items for now. Just set it aside. You pick up today's big find, the medical first aid kit. Enhancement successful. Medical first aid kit. Military first aid kit. Military grade items really are no joke. You smile slightly and carefully pack away the first aid kit. Then you look at the small armor plate. Detected. Reactive armor fragment. Enhancement possible? Enhance? You gasp in shock. What? This is only used for main battle tanks. Reactive armor. Now we're talking enhance. Enhancement successful. Reactive armor fragment upgraded to T3 composite blast plate, 80%. Congratulations to player Linyi for obtaining a T3 level composite blast plate. Announce to all players? Don't announce. But in the next second, server-wide announcement. Congratulations to player No.123271 for successfully crafting a T3 vehicle equipment. 1,720 vehicle equipment functions unlocked. You were stunned. Didn't they say there would be no announcements? Luckily, only the number was shown. Your identity wasn't exposed. You let out a long sigh of relief. Your attention was then caught by the new feature. Vehicle equipment. You opened the feature page and found that you could actually modify vehicle components. The main vehicle frame could be replaced with an explosion-proof deck. You immediately executed the replacement. The car's appearance didn't change much, but the invisible explosion-proof deck was already covering the car body, although you'd need 120 pieces to fully cover the car. At least for now, the driver's seat was already protected, not to mention the level 3 composite explosion-proof rating. It could withstand a tank shell, so blocking a few rifle shots would be no problem at all. You patted the steering wheel, satisfied. Your eyes fell on the pile of pork bellies on the back seat, and you called out just in time. We're having roast pork for dinner. You opened the trading plaza and posted a new bounty. Bounty target. Charcoal, lighters, spices, grills, and other BBQ gear. Each can be exchanged for 100 milliliters of water or a roast pouch. Just to be safe, you got out of the car to collect another 20 or 30 pieces of wild firewood. There were plenty of trees in the wild mountains, so getting firewood was easy to get. When you came back and checked the trading plaza, you had a nice haul. 1 BBQ grill, 3 blocks of charcoal, 200 grams of cumin chili powder, and a bottle of Jiangshi Bai Bai. You chuckled, even Jiangshi Bai Bai is here, not bad. Other players, apart from survival essentials, really had a lot of miscellaneous stuff. You took out the charcoal. Amplification successful. Ordinary charcoal 3. Premium charcoal times 100. You set up the BBQ grill, lit the charcoal, and skewered the pork after slicing it. Fat dripped onto the coals, sizzling and crackling. The aroma filled the night air. You sprinkled cumin and chili powder, then took a small sip, enjoying the Jiangshi Bai Bai. But then a message popped up in the chat plaza with some heartbreaking news. I'm Lu Wancheng. My little sister wouldn't listen to me and went out at night to scavenge for supplies. She got bitten on the foot by a giant lizard lurking in the bush. The wound got infected. Please, everyone, does anyone have disinfectant or first aid medicine? I'm begging you. Please save my sister. The chat plaza fell silent immediately. It said that being bitten full of bacteria, her chances don't look good. Everyone is still worried about food and water themselves. There's no spare medical supplies to go around. Why don't you ask the supernatural expert for help? Someone suggested. Lu Wancheng hesitated. You'd helped him before. He always felt embarrassed to trouble you again. But for his sister. Ding, you received a private message. You opened it and saw. Only one sentence. I'm begging you. Please save my sister. She's only 19. The trading page popped up right after. Lu Wancheng put up his most valuable possession, a particle space ring blueprint. You glanced at it. Without a second thought, you directly put in a military first aid kit and clicked trade. Trade complete. You opened the introduction for the particle space ring. Other than living beings, it can store any item in particle space. The owner can access or store items instantly by will, and time stands still in the particle space, so items never decay or get damaged. Your eyes widened. Whoa, damn. This is literally a storage artifact. You flip to the Materials tab. Required material. Particle dust. The material list on the blueprint was actually simple. Only one thing. Particle dust. Particle dust. What the heck is this? You studied it over and over for ages, but had no clue. But then you thought, since the blueprint lists this material, the game must have it somewhere. You opened the trading plaza. Player Lin Yu posted a bounty. Bounty, particle dust, and any other rare materials never seen before. Reward, wild boar meat, refined gasoline. After posting the bounty, you went back to feasting and finished off all the roast pork left. After your meal, you looked at the leftover roast meat and salty soda beside you. And Lu Wancheng's face popped into your mind. This guy keeps his word, and once gave you a piece of white copper for free. He'd helped you a lot. Letting him survive means he could help you even more in the future. You opened the trading page and sent Lu Wancheng 5 pounds of roast meat and 800 milliliters of salty soda. When Lu Wancheng received it, he was so excited his voice shook. Is this really for me? Your sister is injured. She needs to recover. And good nutrition is important.
Take it. Lu Wancheng accepted it gratefully.
Meanwhile, 3,000 miles away on a deserted road, Lu Wancheng's sister, Lu Wancheng, star of Lincheng Police Academy, had used the military first aid kit, and most of her wounds had healed. She was now leaning against the car seat, gnawing on roast meat with one hand, sipping salty soda with the other. She finally looked a bit more alive. Seeing his sister looking better, Lu Wancheng smiled and probed. Hey, Wancheng, should I introduce you to a boyfriend? Totally reliable. Lu Wancheng rolled her eyes at him. No way, bro. I'm the star of the police academy. I don't need your help. Lu Wancheng stopped smiling, lowered his voice and gave a serious warning. By the way, there may be convicts in this game. You must keep your identity hidden. Never let anyone know you're from the police academy. Got it, bro. Lu Wancheng yawned, rubbing her temples. My head feels a bit dizzy. The adrenaline shot only lasted so long, huh? Check all the car locks quickly and get some rest. At dawn, the Wuling Hongwang set off again. You opened the chat plaza, and a new message instantly caught your attention. I went scavenging for supplies today and found a bird's nest in a resource box. There were 2 eggs inside. Lucky to have some bird eggs to eat. But you guys don't know what I was about to feast. I found out it was a fertilized egg. No way am I eating that thing. Your eyes lit up, and you immediately sent a private message. You still have 1 egg left, right? I'll trade a pound of pork for it. How about it? A pound of pork. For real? For real, the trade page flashed. An egg landed safely in your hand. Detected, ordinary bird egg can be amplified. Amplify? Amplify. Success. Ordinary bird egg became striped owl fin egg. Notice, the striped owl fin is the largest owl species in the world. Adults can reach 67 to 77 centimeters in length. You stared at the egg in your hand, swallowed hard. If I ate this in the original world, I'd probably end up rotting in jail. Suddenly, a line of golden blood-dripping text appeared on the eggshell's surface. Ready to hatch. You picked up the Coldwind Army knife and gently cut your fingertip. 3 drops of fresh blood dripped down. The eggshell instantly absorbed it all clean. The furry-legged loach has entered its incubation period. Estimated hatch time, 10 hours. You carefully placed the egg on the front passenger seat, then continued on your way. Searching for supplies? All morning, you found 3 supply crates. Unfortunately, 2 were empty. Only 1 gave you a pack of sandwich cookies. Amplification successful. 10 packs of Oreo sandwich cookies. Your luck improved a lot in the afternoon. A loaf of bread, 100 milliliters of regular water. You even got a pack of fever medicine. The more meds, the better. Better safe than sorry. You amplified all those supplies. Amplification successful. Acquired 20 pork floss toast, 10 liters of purified water, 50 military fast-acting fever tablets. After putting the supplies away, your gaze fell on the egg in the passenger seat. The incubation period was almost over. Tiny cracks began to appear on the shell. More and more. With a crisp crack, A fluffy baby owl broke out of the shell. It tilted its round head to look at you. Its big eyes rolled around curiously. You smiled and placed half a pound of pork in front of it. In the blink of an eye, the little guy had swallowed it all, let out a satisfied burp, curled up into a fuzzy ball, and fell sound asleep. You shook your head, started the engine and kept driving, getting ready to find a safe place to rest. Meanwhile, not far away on a deserted road, two SUVs crashed into each other. Lu Wanqing, sitting by a tree beside the road, had already started to regret it, not listening to her brother, coming out to search for supplies before her injuries fully healed.
And now?
3 bald inmates are surrounding him. One of the bald guys finished searching the car.
He walks over with a sly grin.
He waves a piece of clothing in his hand. Boss, guess what I found in the car? It's a uniform. Lincheng Police Academy. The lead bald guy's face instantly turned sour. Lincheng Police Academy. Damn, the thing I hate most in my life is the police station.
Kill him.
The 3 move closer step by step. Just at this moment, a Wuling minivan slowly pulls up nearby. You look through the window and see 3 beefy men circling a frail woman. Your eyebrows furrow slightly. You hide your Coldwind military knife behind you. You push open the door and walk over. One of the bald guys cheerfully approaches you, but hides a knife behind his back. Hey bro, are you here to help too? You're about to ask what's going on, when a flash of white light suddenly strikes from the darkness. The knife goes straight for your abdomen. You react instantly, quickly pulling out the Coldwind knife to block. The hardness of a first-class military knife is no match for an ordinary knife. A crisp clang rings out. The bald guy's knife snaps cleanly in 2. Their only weapon is gone. The 3 tough guys turn pale as ghosts. They turn and run for their lives. They even leave their car behind. You don't chase after them. In this survival wasteland, without transportation, you're not far from dying. You turn and head toward the off-road vehicle they abandoned, and start scavenging for supplies. A weak female voice comes from behind you. I haven't even gotten up yet, and you're already looting. Is that really okay? You don't even look back, and continue searching. 5 sausage links. I want king sausage ones. You mutter under your breath. 500 milliliters non-fu spring water. A bit sweet. 300 milliliters regular gasoline. 2.5 packs of Wazi cigarettes. A single hemp rope. You're about to pack up and leave, when your gaze is suddenly drawn to something in the corner. It looks like crushed silver flakes. They sparkle in the dim light. Rare material detected particle dust. Amplification possible? Amplify? Your eyes are wide. Your hands are trembling. Wait, this is particle dust? Amplify! Amplify! Success particle dust. Pure particle dust. 30 portions of pure particle dust appear in your palm. Without hesitation, you immediately open the particle storage ring design blueprint. Congratulations, player number 123,271. You crafted an outstanding portable item, particle storage ring. Announce to the whole zone? Don't announce. A ring with a strong sci-fi mechanical vibe appears out of thin air, fitting snugly on your finger. You look at the supplies scattered on the ground, wave your hand at them, and silently think collect. Everything vanishes instantly. You pull out Wazi cigarettes, and a brand new, unopened pack appears in your hand. You tilt your head back and laugh loudly. Your laughter echoes far away. Lying on the ground, Lu Wanqing shudders as she hears it, almost bursting into tears again. Seriously? Did I just escape the tiger only to fall into a wolf's den? You don't notice her reaction at all. You're still lost in the joy of collecting. Collect, collect, collect for just a few seconds. All the piled up supplies in the car are sucked into the particle storage ring. Inside the particle space, time stands still. Food won't spoil. You think of the over 300 pounds of wild boar meat and happily whisper to yourself, from now on, my little buddy and I can have fresh meat every day. Storage problem solved. Now you can stockpile supplies freely. Next, what you need most is a blueprint, especially one for firearms. You open the trading plaza. Player Linny posts a bounty. Bounty target, any blueprints. Bounty reward, refined gasoline. No limit on quantity. All takers welcome. Everything negotiable. Then you amplify all the junk you just found. Amplification successful. 50 prime ham sausages, 30 liters refined gasoline, 2 cartons of Wazi cigarettes, 10 liters mineral water, 1 steel wire rope, all stored in the ring. You light up a Wazi and exhale a long puff of smoke. Time to find a place to barbecue. You start the engine, and the Wuling minivan leaves the scene. Watching the taillights fade into the distance, Lu Wanqing is completely stunned. Wasn't there still an empty seat in the car? But you've already sped away for miles, totally absorbed in the excitement of getting the particle storage ring, with your mind filled with never needing to worry about storage space again. Wait, you suddenly slap the steering wheel. Oh my god, I forgot about Lu Wanqing's sister. You quickly slow down and turn around, racing back. By now, Lu Wanqing's injury has flared up, and she's running a high fever. In her despair, the sound of an engine comes from afar. The Wuling minivan stops steadily in front of her. You get out of the car. Lu Wanqing grabs onto you like a lifeline, struggling to lift her head. Help me. My family is rich. Money doesn't matter here. You kneel down. Look at her and say, I can help. But you'll have to pay a price. Lu Wanqing is silent for a few seconds, gritting her teeth. All right, take whatever you want. Just don't leave me here alone. Hey, then I won't hold back. Lu Wanqing closes her eyes. Then she feels your hand reach past her, grabbing the big golden hammer behind her. You lift the golden hammer and weigh it in your hand. You only got a bronze hammer from amplifying in the system, but she's got a golden hammer, 2 levels higher than your own. Lu Wanqing opens her eyes and sees you're taking the golden hammer. Her expression looks a bit complicated, almost disappointed. Anything else?
You ask.
Water, barbecue food, and 1 liter of refined gasoline. Is there more? That hammer and, what else? Lu Wanqing hesitates for a long time, finally speaking up. There's also a handgun blueprint. As a student of the Linsheng Police Academy, she had always dreamed of owning her own sidearm. But now, life matters more than guns. Deal. Night has fallen. Looking at Lu Wanqing's fever-flushed face, you take out 2 military rapid fever pills and hand them to her. Then send her back to her own car. She definitely can't drive in this condition. You think for a bit, take out the steel wire rope from your ring, and tie the 2 vehicles together. Engine starts. You tow her car along and leave. After finding a suitable spot, you take out the wood, and soon light a campfire between the 2 cars. You take out a few baked flatbreads and place them near the fire. Lu Wanqing smells the aroma and drags her weak body over. He grabbed the flatbread and devoured it ravenously. Aren't you eating? He mumbled while chewing. These are especially for you. I already ate before I came. Could you bring me the water from my car? This bread is a bit dry. This meal is on me. You should keep your own water. You handed him a 300 milliliters bottle of purified water to go with his food. After eating and drinking their fill, only then did Lu Wanqing notice the little fluffy creature curled up by your feet. In a survival game, you actually raced a chick. The corner of your mouth twitched. This is a raptor. All I see sticking out are little chicken claws. You stared at it blankly, taking a deep breath. These are eagle talons. You can't be... Lu Wanqing leaned in to take a closer look. All right. Then it'll definitely become fierce in the future. The little guy seemed to understand. Happily hopped twice. All right then, Lu Wanqing yawned. I'm done eating. Time to rest. You sent him back to the car, turned around, only to find the little one stop chewing the meat in its mouth, glaring fixedly at the roasted pork on the fire. So you know cooked meat tastes better now. So you take a bite, it takes a bite. Man and bird sharing together, thoroughly enjoying the food. With a wave of your hand, 500 milliliters of salty soda appeared out of thin air in your palm. This particle ring is just amazing. Suddenly, a private message jolted Lu Wanqing awake. She rubbed her eyes and looked. It was from her older brother. Wanqing, what are you doing? Why haven't you replied all day? Sorry, bro. Something unexpected happened today. I was robbed by 3 prisoners. What? How are you now? Are you alright? It's fine now. Someone named Lin Yi saved me. Lin Yi. Lu Wanqing paused for a second, then let out a sigh of relief. Then it's definitely okay. Lu Wanqing was wondering why her brother seemed so confident. Suddenly, a waft of roasted meat aroma drifted into the car with the wind. You quietly got out of the car, sneaking up from behind. The little guy noticed you first and barked immediately. You were startled, instinctively waved your hand, and stored all the barbecue in front of you into the particle space. Just as the ring turned around, you met Lu Wanqing's wide-open, staring eyes. She was staring intently at your left hand. You looked down. Your left hand was still holding a half-eaten roast pork rib. You gave an awkward smile. Let me explain. After dropping you off at the car, I found a wild rabbit that had crashed into itself. Thinking you'd taken your medicine and fallen asleep. I didn't want to bother you. Lu Wanqing stared at you. At the pork rib in your hand, bigger than the rabbit. Tears rolled uncontrollably down from the corner of her mouth. If you hadn't accidentally created the ring today, there's no way you'd finish all that wild boar meat left outside. You definitely would have shared it generously with her. Just got to experience the joy of storage. Couldn't control your stockpiling urge for a moment. You sighed, turned around and got 3 premium ham sticks from the car. A 500 milliliters bottle of salted sparkling water and a pack of Oreos. Handed them to Lu Wanqing. That's it. There's really no barbecue left. Do you want some big sausage? Lu Wanqing took the items. You both got back into your cars, locked the doors. You took out the handgun blueprint, looking at the flashing amplification icon on it. Didn't hesitate at all. Amplify, amplify. Success, basic handgun blueprint. Desert Eagle handgun blueprint. Required materials: alloy steel 9, stainless steel 5, brass 3, carbon steel 1. You stared at the amplified blueprint, full of anticipation in your eyes. As a military enthusiast, you know exactly how powerful this gun is. Open the bounty plaza to take a look. After several days of ongoing bounties, the metal resource area is already piled with all kinds of metals. You took them all. Amplified everything. Amplification successful. Obtained. Alloy steel 23, refined iron 46, superforged stainless steel 18, carbon steel 3, brass 9. Didn't expect you'd get just enough materials for forging. You immediately began. Open the blueprint. Global server announcement. Congratulations to player No. 123,271, Lin Yi, for forging the server's first rare-tier physical weapon. Server weapon ranking now activated. You check the leaderboard. First place, rare-tier Desert Eagle handgun, Lin Yi. Second place, basic tier 13-shot automatic pistol. Third place, broken tier C96 Mauser. At the end of the ranking, there's small print, weapon top 3 overlords. Can get prestige rewards once a week. First place 1000 prestige. Second place 500 prestige. Third place 300 prestige. What is prestige even for? You muttered. Then noticed the equipment grade explanation on the side. Click to check. Tiers from low to high. Broken, basic, T1, rare, outstanding, excellent, perfect. Which means your Desert Eagle is 2 full tiers above second place. And even the particle space ring is only outstanding tier. To just how strong perfect grade is. Although you have the system, you never know what you'll get from the resource crates.
It really all comes down to luck.
Thinking you'll head out for supplies first thing tomorrow, you closed your eyes to rest up and recharge. Early the next morning, as soon as you opened your eyes, you saw Lu Wanqing squatting at your car door. What's wrong? My car won't start. You sighed. Had to let her ride shotgun in the Wuling Hongwang and take off. Gotta admit, Lu Wanqing really is incredibly lucky. After she got in the car, you barely drove any distance, and a bronze resource crate appeared right ahead. You picked up the golden hammer and went over, smashed it down in one blow. Sure enough, the golden hammer packed a punch against the bronze box. The resource crate shattered cleanly. Watch out! Lu Wanqing suddenly shouted from the car. A poisonous arrow frog jumped out from the debris. Quick as lightning, you drew your cold wind combat knife. A black shadow flashed by. The poisonous frog dropped instantly. You breathed a sigh of relief. This thing's toxin could kill 10 people within 3 minutes. If an adult hesitates even 1 second, the consequences would be unimaginable. After confirming it was safe, you took out the supplies from the resource box. Oranges, apples, bananas. Amplification successful, received. Giant sweet tangerines by 100. Top quality red Fuji apples x 100, East Coast giant bananas by 100. Sure, eating meat every day is great, but the vitamins in fruit are also essential for staying healthy. You stored all the fruit in the particle space ring, got back in the car, handed Lu Wanqing a banana and a tangerine, then pulled out a big chunk of meat for the little guy. The meat was even bigger than the whole little guy himself. He swallowed it in one gulp. Lu Wanqing was astonished. It's like his stomach is a bottomless pit. You hit the road again. Soon after, you saw from the rearview mirror 3 Ferraris speeding after you from behind. There's no way your magic Wuling can outrun sports cars. So you had to pull over. The 3 Ferraris screeched to a stop beside you. A few fierce-looking thugs got out. One sharp-eyed guy spotted Lu Wanqing through the window and saw her inside the car. Boss, we're in for a good time this round. They all stared into the car, eyes glued on. Looks like that young girl is a little sick. Let's all pitch in and give her some shots. You got out of the car. A few thugs immediately surrounded you. Their leader cracked his knuckles, his face full of menace. You better know what's good for you. We were all famous doctors back in the old world. We'll handle all her shots. Why don't you get lost? You kept a straight face and calmly drew your desert eagle. The ringleader was stunned for a second, then burst out laughing. From what I know, there are only 2 people with handguns now. Who are you going to scare driving a Wuling? Yeah, must be a toy. The others echoed. A thug clenched his fists and stepped toward you. Bang! The thug went down immediately. You didn't fire right away. Just wanted to save a few bullets. But if you don't show these desperados some firepower, they'll think you're an easy target. Damn, that's a real gun. The rest froze on the spot, terrified. No one can outrun the truth, you said calmly. Then you ordered them to hand over all their supplies. 500 milliliters river water, 6 pieces of wheat bread, 2 liters of low-grade gasoline, 6 machetes. Except for the machetes. Everything else can be amplified. You happily stored the supplies in the ring, then grabbed your combat knife and walked toward those 3 Ferraris, moved between them, and poked a hole in each car's tire. The thugs dared not say a word. You swaggered back to your car. The Wuling magic van continues on its journey. Lu Wanqing looks out the window at the Ferrari with a flat tire. Suddenly she speaks up. By the way, you just call it little thing. Haven't you given it a name? You glance over at the little owl curled up napping in the back seat. It likes to hunt and fly at night. Its special trait is being silent. Let's talk about naming it later. You cut him off. Suddenly the game console sound rings out in all players' ears at the same time. Attention all players. World obstacle removal begins. Highway junctions are now open. Next up, your chances of encountering other players will greatly increase. At the same time, the probability of running into supply crates and ambush beasts will also greatly increase. The first beast wave will erupt in 3 days. Forming alliances or teaming up might be a good idea. Of course, if you have enough resources and strong enough equipment, you can also go solo. You and Lu Wanqing exchange glances, both stunned. You get out and open the Bounty Plaza. Earlier, everyone thought the danger was minor, and no one was willing to trade blueprints for gasoline. You also put 6 machetes in the bounty rewards. With the beast wave approaching, many people have blueprints but no materials. A blueprint is just a useless sheet of paper then. Sure enough, very soon, someone contacts you. I want to trade for 2 machetes, 3 days worth of food and some medicine. Only have fever reducers left. Nothing else. Fine, that's it. Let's make the trade right away. Trade request pops up. You glance at what the other side put up. A blueprint. You readily offer 2 machetes, 20 pieces of baked naan bread and 3 liters of purified water, 10 apples and army rapid-acting fever reducers.
Click trade.
Trade successful. You open the blueprint to take a look. Small ammunition reserve depot blueprint. With this thing, you won't have to worry about ammo for a long time. At this moment, Lu Wanqing sends you a private message. Is my sister okay right now? There was an accident earlier, but it's fine now. You were just about to ask where he was. A new trade request popped up. You opened it to check. It turned out to be a blueprint for an Uzi submachine gun. Wanqing told me that you saved him. I won't say much else in thanks. I just got this thing. Hope it helps you. Make sure to take care of my sister for me. It'll get damp after 3 days. Here's a machete for your protection. You put a machete and some fruit up for the trade. Click to trade. Trade successful. You picked up the Uzi submachine gun blueprint. Enhancement successful. Uzi submachine gun blueprint. Improved M249 light machine gun blueprint. Required material. Refined iron X12.
Tempered steel X16, carbon steel by 13.
Nickel silver X3, bronze by 4. Luckily, you had already stockpiled these resources. You take the materials out from your ring. Start crafting immediately. Server-wide announcement. Congratulations to player Linyi ID 123271 for forging an outstanding heat weapon. Improved M249 light machine gun. Congrats to Linyi for getting M249 heat weapon to rank 1. A big pineapple machine gun appeared in your hands out of thin air. You hefted it to feel its weight. Completely satisfied. Doesn't matter what kind of monster you are. I'll empty a whole mag on you. You boarded the car holding the gun. Lu Wanqing looked at you admiringly. You actually have a pineapple. Back on the road. You just stepped on the gas. Suddenly, a deep bellow of a bull came from behind. You glanced at the rearview mirror in confusion. The car was already going 120 kilometers per hour. This definitely isn't a normal creature. 3 massive armored bulls, relentlessly chasing after the car. The car's rear took a hard hit. Your reinforced armor only protected the front. A few more hits like that, and your Wuling minivan would be totaled. You shoved the pineapple into Lu Wanqing's hands to fire. After all, Lu Wanqing was a police academy student. Her genes awakened instantly. She leaned out the window and unleashed a wild burst at the 3 armored bulls. Within seconds, all 3 bulls were down. You slowed down and stopped. Got out to check. The bulls' corpses mysteriously vanished. Only a crimson crystal was left on the ground, and a glass shard. You got out of the car and picked up the 2 items from the ground. Detected. Ordinary bulletproof glass shard. Enhance? So it's bulletproof glass. Enhance it. Success. Ordinary bulletproof glass shard. Now it's explosion-proof glass. You immediately opened the car's equipment upgrade. Sure enough, the upgrade button kept flashing. Vehicle's regular glass can be replaced with explosion-proof glass. Replace now? Upgrade the Wuling. All 8 side windows instantly thickened by 5 millimeters. Barely any change visible from the outside. But you know, this explosion-proof glass is way more protective now. Even the random shards you pick up are so useful. You sighed with emotion, then looked at the crimson crystal in your hand. Detected. Special material soul crystal. Enhance? Your pupils shrank sharply. Soul crystal. What even is this thing? But you didn't hesitate at all. Enhance it. Success. Soul crystal. Soul essence. A glowing red object landed in your palm, so bright you couldn't look at it directly. You quickly put it away into the particle space ring, planning to study it later. You then took out the blueprint for a mini ammo reserve. Enhancement successful. Mini ammo reserve blueprint. Shapeshifting particle ammo depot blueprint. Shapeshifting particle ammo depot. Exceptional grade. Required materials. Particle dust by 8. Shapeshifting metal tempered steel X56. Carbon steel by 32. Description. Crafted with shape-shifting metal and particle dust. Can take any form. Compatible with any firearm magazine. Exclusive exceptional grade item. Unique feature. Can automatically absorb ammo-making materials from surroundings. You stared at the last line. Even your breathing quickened. Isn't this literally infinite ammo? You lit a Chinese cigarette. Took a deep drag, forcing yourself to calm down. Even though you got the blueprint. But the shape-shifting metal required. You haven't even seen it before. This stuff must be really rare. Suddenly, a system alert sounded. Regional announcement. Congrats to player Qing Kun, ID 3,838,438, on getting an outstanding grade cold weapon, laser. Sword rankings number 1430. Unlocked 3 main system features. Unlocked World Channel, National Channel, Team Channel. Now unlocked. Previously, the Chat Plaza was limited to players in the same region. So now, that means you can now communicate and trade with players worldwide. You got excited immediately. Looks like there's still hope for shape-shifting metal. You opened the world channel. Found out that to post a message, it costs 10 liters of gas or equivalent materials. That's not cheap. Then you switched to the national channel. You can only send 10 messages a day, but it's free. Ding! Bounty credited. Refined iron. Ding! Bounty credited. Silver. Ding! Bounty credited. Carbon steel. A string of notifications exploded in your ears. You instantly realized, now that the channels are open, bounty scope has expanded from regional to global. Metal prices will skyrocket soon. Must act fast. You made a snap decision. Put up some spare resources for bounty. 3OL purified water, 100 caddies wild boar meat, 15L refined gasoline. All of these are survival essentials in the wilderness. Most of them were traded away quickly. You got back quite a bit of metal, but most are common varieties. Rare metals are still very few. So you had no choice but to keep driving. With Lu Wanqing continuing the journey, you encountered lots of high-level resources along the way. It was a plentiful harvest, including 3 pounds of TNT and a first aid kit. To reward Lu Wanqing, you purposely took out some roasted pork, but he didn't wolf it down like usual this time. Just sat there spacing out. What's wrong? No appetite? Lu Wanqing stood up, looking gloomy. My brother's old injury flared up again. No one's there to look after him. I don't think he can hold out much longer. Lin Yi, please help me find a car tomorrow. Then let's go our separate ways. You were silent for a moment, and nodded. Back in the car, you fed Night Shadow some food, and got ready to rest. Suddenly, the roar of an engine came from a distance, growing clearer and closer. All your sleepiness vanished instantly. You picked up your Desert Eagle and got out of the car, crouched low and moved toward the noise. You saw a man covered in wounds, leaning against a stalled vehicle, on the brink of death. You take a look, confirm he's a Chinese face, and walk up to him. Through a brief conversation, you learn that he's from the same area as you. You even traded with him before. Later on, he was ambushed by several players from Sakura country on the road. That's how he got hurt so badly. You hand over a first aid kit. The man waves his hand with a bitter smile and says, "No need, I know my injuries. I won't make it through the night." He pauses. His eyes grow distant. If only I could have a cigarette. But in this desolate place, where would one find a cigarette? Awazi's handed to his mouth. A spark lights up in his eyes. He takes it with shaking hands, and takes a deep drag. As the smoke swirls, his voice is hoarse yet firm, brother. There are still some supplies in my car. They're all yours now. From his car, you find a Mauser pistol and a liter of gasoline. You smile faintly. Surprisingly, this Mauser pistol can be upgraded. The man speaks again. His tone turns serious. I have a wish. As long as the Chinese people stay united, victory will be ours. Help me remember these words. All right, I'll remember them. All right, I have one more thing.
He pulls out a Durex from his pocket.
Lifts it up with effort. Help me trade this away. You believe it's right to honor the final wishes of the dead. And nod. I promise you. The trade screen pops up. It shows Durex Surprise Edition. You put a pack of Wazi on the trade. Click to trade. Trade successful. You wonder to yourself, what does Surprise Edition mean? Just then, the man uses the last of his strength, points at the Durex in your hand and rasps, "Careful. There's a hole in it." His voice ends abruptly. You didn't catch what he meant by hole. But the man has closed his eyes forever. You pause in silence. Find an open spot and bury him. Farewell, my good brother. Then you get into his vehicle. Start the ignition. Everything works fine. You put some supplies into your backpack. Then walk back. You nod at Lu Wanqing. Lu Wanqing knows it's time to say goodbye. She wipes away her tears and pulls you into the Wuling Hongwang. An hour later, something is thrown out the car window. You steady your breathing. Ask when they're planning to leave. From that man you learn. People from Sakura country may soon catch up. You glance at the sky. Let's leave while it's still dark. No more delays. Lu Wanqing nods. Reluctantly steps out of the car. Watches as he drives away out of sight.
Takes out the Mauser pistol.
Enhancement successful. Mauser pistol. Desert Eagle Collector's Edition. You pick it up and take a look. Amazingly, there are 16 bullets in the magazine. That's 7 more than the regular version. even though you now have the big pineapple. A pistol is still more portable. Damn Wagwo players. Dare to bully my fellow Waxia people. I'll take on whoever dares come at me. Meanwhile, in another car, Lu Wanqing sends a message to her brother. Bro, I'm already on my way. By the way, how did you send me your location coordinates? Lu Wanqing asks in surprise. I ran over a wild beast. After it disappeared, it dropped an item. It's complicated to explain. You'll understand when you get here. Then Lu Wanqing opens the co-pilot's backpack. She finds some food inside. And a Desert Eagle pistol. She's stunned. Eyes instantly fill with tears. Mingyi actually gave me the Desert Eagle. His lifelong wish was to have his own sidearm. He wipes his tears and grips the pistol tightly. You drive alone through the night, but your mind is racing. You're well aware. From now on, this survival game is no longer a solo battle. It will become a group, a team fight, even a contest between nations. One person's strength is always limited. To get out of here alive, you need to secretly support, train elite players among the Waxia. The Lu siblings are undoubtedly the best choice right now, not just because of loyalty, but also because their luck is just off the charts. You keep recalling that man's dying words. As long as the Waxia people unite, victory will be ours. You suddenly open your tightly closed eyes. The hunt begins. Not long after, the sound of several vehicles grows closer. You quickly hide the Wuling Hongwang in the roadside bush. Crouch behind some wild grass, holding your breath. Several tricycles wobble to a stop. A few Sakura country players jump out. They gather around the new grave, pointing and talking. The leader is a short, stout man. A subordinate reports to Inoue. Master Inoue, that Waxia man has already been buried. The vehicle and weapons are gone. Bug, Inoue is furious. He slaps two of his subordinates hard across the face. If you losers hadn't picked these junky tricycles, how could he escape right under my nose? The subordinate, clutching his face, protests. Master Inoue, you were the one who insisted on tricycles. Inoue glares angrily at him, says coldly, word by word. You guys dig up the grave. I want to tear him to pieces. Hearing this from the grass, your veins pop in anger, not even sparing the corpse. These damned bastards. If Second Company Commander were here, the Italian cannon would have been set up already. You suddenly smack your forehead, take something heavy out from your particle space ring. It's TNT, half a kilo of high explosive fully enhanced. Without hesitation, you light the fuse and toss it into the middle of the group. A few Sakura country players look down and see TNT rolling by their feet. Their faces instantly turn ashen. Too late to run now. You've already set the explosion timing precisely. After a deafening blast, smoke fills the air. You step out from the brush, draw your Desert Eagle, and aim at the few survivors. Inoue is covered in blood, staring wide-eyed at you. You're still alive. Bug, you actually have explosives. You'll regret this. A nearby subordinate shouts sharply. Before he can finish, a flash like a camera goes off, hits you directly in the face. You frown deeply, and without hesitation, pull the trigger. After the gunshot, you bend down and pick up a device about the size of an MP3. Detected. Image transfer locator can be enhanced. Enhance? Though puzzled, you choose to enhance it anyway. Enhancement successful. Image transfer locator, shared vision contact lens set. A metal box appears in your hand. As for having your photo taken just now, you're not too worried. You clear the battlefield and collect 6 different melee weapons. The one that feels best is the katana Inoue used. Though it's not as good as your cold wind army knife, at least it's a long weapon. As they say, reach gives strength. Shorter means more risk. You also gather gasoline, water, and food, which you store in your particle space ring. Right now, you're barely missing anything, except for bullets. To be safe, you drive another 100 kilometers before stopping to rest. You take out the newly enhanced shared vision contact lens set. Open the instructions. Shared vision contact lenses. After both sides put one on, you can share each other's field of vision in real time. You exclaim in surprise. Wow, you look at Nightshade asleep on the car roof. Gently put one lens on the little guy. In the next second, another view appears in your vision, and you see your own face. You quickly put Nightshade outside the car. Through the shared vision feedback, you clearly see everything Nightshade sees outside the window, just as if you saw it with your own eyes. If Nightshade grows up, won't I have 360-degree vision with no blind spots? At this moment, you suddenly remember the soul essence. You take it out of the ring, and find Nightshade seems really interested, excitedly hopping around. You try handing over the soul essence. Nightshade swallows it in one bite, and seems really satisfied. But just a few seconds later, he suddenly faints. You panic immediately. No way, it was one thing to use weird materials. But now I accidentally killed Nightshade. Detected. Juvenile Mayo 2E fish fin basic gene can be enhanced. Enhance? Basic gene. Could there be an advanced one? Your eyes light up. Enhance. Enhance. Success. Juvenile Mayo 2E fish fin basic gene level 1. Growth gene level 2. Swift gene. Enhancement transformation requires 8 hours. Please stay in rest mode during this period. Interrupting the enhancement process will cause irreversible permanent damage to the subject. Congrats! Host has met system conditions. New function unlocked. Embellishment. A string of system prompts echo in your mind. You have no time to check the new feature. And quickly look at Nightshade. He's just asleep, breathing steadily. You breathe a sigh of relief. System, what's the point of gene enhancement? After reaching level 6, we'll unlock ancestral traits for creatures, greatly enhancing each animal's innate abilities. Nightshade's special trait is darkness weakening, able to capture all information even in total darkness, and has night vision. You nod with satisfaction. Then begin testing the new feature. Embellishment function. Embellished items will be bound to the host. Once bound, the item can't harm the host. Each embellishment consumes 1 day of usage rights. Only items that can be or have been enhanced can be embellished. Detected that the collector's edition Desert Eagle can be adorned. Would you like to use 1 day of usage rights? Proceed with the adornment. Adornment successful. The collector's edition Desert Eagle is now bound to the host. You hesitated for a few seconds. Why not give it a try? You raise the Desert Eagle. The muzzle points at yourself. After the shot is fired, you find yourself completely unharmed. You burst out laughing. If I adorn all my weapons, won't I be invincible? Note, only items that can be amplified or have been amplified can be adorned. Your laughter stops abruptly. You touch your nose. Thought you'd be invincible to everything. You lean back in your seat. Organize your thoughts. Now you have 2 goals. First, collect materials to craft the morph particle ammo depot. Build it before the moisture surge hits. Only with unlimited ammo can you withstand the flood. Second, collect a large amount of soul crystals for amplification. Stockpile soul essence. Prepare for Nightshade's continued evolution. You open the national channel. Discover that many factions have started recruiting. Zhao's group is buying up metal resources in bulk, sincerely recruiting outstanding talents from all fields. Soldiers are given priority. Those with weapons and gear are prioritized. Exceptional candidates can be assigned weapons. You ignore all that. Directly post a bounty, offering a hefty reward for morph metal, no matter the size, no matter the volume. Food, water, energy, cold weapons. Anything can be traded. Soon, a flood of private messages comes in. You quickly filter through them. One message catches your attention. Paranormal has arrived. I have morph metal. Your heart races. Reply immediately. Can I take a look? If it's genuine, I'm willing to pay a hefty price for it. Trade request pops up. You click open and see. It's actually morph metal? What do you want? Except for hot weapons. I've basically got everything else. The other person thinks for a moment, sends over a list. 2 daggers, 1 scimitar, 1 paratrooper knife, plus 6 days worth of food and fuel. If you can come up with all that, morph metal is yours. Deal. You place the weapons and 6 days worth of resources onto the trade bar.
Click confirm.
Trade successful. A dense piece of metal lands in your palm. All the heavy materials are gathered. Detected an excellent grade morph particle ammo depot blueprint. Requirements for crafting met. Would you like to craft it? Crafting server-wide announcement. Congratulations to player Lin Yi, ID 123271. for successfully crafting the first excellent-grade weapon in the server. Equip the Morph Particle Ammo Depot. Earn a reward of 10,000 reputation points. You take out several pieces of metal, ore, along with 2 pounds of TN high explosives, and load them into the ammo depot. A virtual list instantly appears at the top. Can manufacture 1,200 rounds of 9mm pistol submachine ammo, or 500 rounds of 5.56mm multi-purpose firearm ammo. You think for a moment. Choose to make 450 rounds of 5.56mm ammo, and 50 rounds of 12.7mm ammo. Big Pineapple uses 5.56mm. Desert Eagle uses 12.7mm. You take out the Desert Eagle's standard magazine. No need for this anymore. Morph Particle Ammo Depot vibrates slightly. Instantly reorganizes itself into the shape of a Desert Eagle magazine. A 50-round collector's edition Desert Eagle. Check it out. You restart the car. Continue driving forward. About an hour later, a silver-white box appears ahead on the road, shining brightly in the sunlight. Is this a silver resource box? You rub your eyes. Make sure you saw correctly. This is your first time encountering a silver-level resource box. Quickly survey the surrounding environment. You get out holding the golden hammer. Golden hammer only needs one hit to break open a silver resource box. You swing the hammer down. The resource box blasts apart. 4 round, pitch-black objects roll out from inside. You walk over to check. Detected Galaxy vacuum tires. 4 can be amplified. Would you like to amplify? Galaxy vacuum tires. Designed by Belgium Space Science Research Institute in the 21st century, are ultra-futuristic concept tires, developing wear resistance and anti-slip performance to the extreme. Amplification successful. Galaxy vacuum tires are triple protection vacuum tires, explosion-proof, fire-proof, puncture-proof. Your Wuling Hongwang now has only incomplete body protection as a weakness. But the biggest weak spot is still the tires. As for bulletproof glass, you already tested it with the Desert Eagle. Not a mark was left. You activate the car's equipment function. The 4-wheel icons keep flashing a replaceable indicator. Without hesitation, you replace all 4 with brand new triple protection vacuum tires. Securely install the tires onto your Wuling Hongwang. With the triple protection, you're full of confidence as you keep driving forward. In an instant, it's the 3rd day, 1 hour to moisture surge. You've long been searching for a defensible, elevated position. After finding an open high ground, you spend another 2 hours gathering nearby wood. Pile it on the left side as cover. Wuling Hongwang is parked behind the cover. You're doing a final check. Suddenly, 2 crisp cries come from inside the car. The little one has woken up. You put away the well-maintained Big Pineapple. Open Wuling's car door. Mom, your whole body stiffens. Sitting inside isn't Nightshade, but a little girl around 3 or 4 years old, with big round eyes, smiling sweetly at you.
Honestly,
If you hadn't heard her call Mom, as soon as you opened the door, your 50-round Desert Eagle would probably have already spat flames. The little girl sees you frozen there, then calls out again, Mom, I'm hungry. You're stunned. In disbelief, you take out a piece of select ham from your ring. Hand it to her while frantically calling the system mentally. System, what exactly is this little girl's relation to me? Don't tell me it's Nightshade. Indeed, genetic amplification is full of uncertainties, though the odds are extremely low. So low they're almost negligible. But due to the amplification process being influenced by host blood, the shape of the feather-finned fish changed slightly. You look at the little girl devouring food, twitching at the corner of your mouth. You call that a slight change? Juvenile feather-finned fish turtle can only maintain human form for a short time each day, and spends most of the time as an owl. You don't even know what to say until you catch sight of the moisture surge. Countdown, 35 minutes. You compose yourself, kneel down and look at the little girl. Are you full? She nods vigorously, asks for water. You take out a bottle of mineral water from your ring with a flip of your hand. The little girl immediately takes it, gulping down several large mouthfuls. Thank you, Mommy. You take a deep breath. Baby. Call me Daddy instead. Daddy, at this point, you don't care what you're called. As long as it's not Mom. Suddenly, you realize a critical question. Can you still fly? After all, there's shared vision. And you can't waste the beauty contacts. The little girl smiles at you. Next second, a flash of white light. An owl soars into the night sky. It's currently early morning. Pitch black all around. Nothing is visible. But as Nightshade activates, her weakened darkness ability, the feed from your beauty contacts, shows the surroundings bright as daylight. The display shows Nightshade has already reached 100 meters altitude. Your heart sinks. Through her perspective, you clearly see a mass of monsters gradually emerging from all directions, densely packed. Has the moisture surge already started? You tighten your grip on your gun. There are at least hundreds around. But after calmly analyzing, you judge the moisture surge is still in the spawning stage. There's still half an hour left on the countdown, just thanks to Nightshade's supervision. You got an early look? Suddenly, you see Nightshade in the feed suddenly dive, heading straight into the monster horde. Come back, it's dangerous. You shout out, jump on the Wuling Hongwang, and race in that direction. But after starting, you hadn't even gone 10 miles. You slowed down gradually. In your Maitong's field of view, all the monsters around Nightshade had already been taken down. You're stunned. That's way too powerful. You tell Nightshade to collect the loot dropped by the monsters, while you rush over non-stop to regroup. At that moment, a private message pops up. Sender, Lu Wanqing and Lin Yi. The next surge is about to start. How are things on your end? I got 15 rounds of ammo from my brother. I'll trade them to you. A trade request appears immediately after. You hesitate for a second. You refuse. I'm good over here. The surge has already passed. How's your brother's injury? Much better. My brother put together a team. Almost all the members are veterans, or people working in security-related fields. Do you want to join? No need for now. All right, if you need any materials or supplies, just tell me, and I'll definitely get them for you. You think for a while. Right now, you're indeed lacking some things. Various lead-based metals needed for making bullets, and raw materials like explosives and gunpowder. You immediately send Lu Wingqing a list. Carbon steel, charcoal, phosphorus-free lead, boron ore, gunpowder, explosives. And add one last note at the end. However much of these materials you can get, I'll take them all. I'll pay you part of the deposit up front. You open the trading interface and put up 2 machetes. All right, I'll get them to you as soon as I have them. Meanwhile, 2,000 kilometers away, Lu Wanqing sits inside a car, always feeling a bit uneasy about the team her brother just formed. She still feels it's not stable enough. Bro, how are the new recruits doing? Can we trust them? Lu Wanqing turns around and glances at the team members setting up defenses with weapons, then says in a deep voice, "It's not a matter of trust. If we're strong enough, if we have more weapons, even firearms, then they'll definitely be trustworthy." Otherwise, he doesn't finish his sentence. But Lu Wanqing already gets it. She nods. Wuling Hongwang hits the brakes and stops in the wilderness. You just got out of the car when a small figure rushes toward you, Daddy. I finished collecting everything. So, did you find any crystals you like to eat? The little girl pouts and shakes her head. Not a single one. You go over to check. There are about 7 or 8 pieces of loot. Among them, surprisingly, are 4 soul crystals. You smack your forehead. They haven't been enhanced yet. No wonder the little one didn't recognize them. First, you put everything into your particle space ring. The surge officially begins. 13 minutes left. You're calculating. Nightshade's high-altitude search ability is a unique advantage. You should use this opportunity to collect more soul crystals. You know very well, these will definitely rise in value in the future. With each incoming surge, the cave monsters are bound to get stronger each time. By then, it'll be too hard to stock up. You immediately give Nightshade a mission. Go ahead and look for cave monsters. Eliminate them as soon as you find them. Nightshade spreads its wings and soars into the night sky, sharing vision through Maitong. You spot a makeshift camp of over a dozen people. Among them, 3 men wearing military uniforms. The leader holding a military shovel, while the other 2 only have thick branches as weapons. Not far away, several black figures are slowly approaching the camp. One young soldier grows anxious. This surge. With just these basic weapons in our hands, I'm afraid it'll be tough to make it through. Sergeant Xie Jiang understands how you feel. But we're soldiers. When facing people hit by disaster, what's the duty of a soldier? Xia Zhang stands up straight. Defend the nation. Protect the people. Be diligent and responsible. Work hard without complaint. Never abandon or give up. The sergeant nods with satisfaction. In a moment, you two stay behind me. Don't let a single enemy slip through, Sergeant.
Hearing this conversation,
The group of young men and women hiding behind the campfire remain indifferent. Many of their eyes turn to the center of the crowd, a young man with dyed blonde hair.
Qi Ming,
A girl timidly speaks up. Brother Kilin, how about we lend the team's weapons? First to the three soldiers. After all, they're blocking the danger up front. Bullshit. Qi Ming snaps at her. Why don't they have weapons? Because they didn't try hard enough. Say one more word, and I'll kick you out as team leader. Qi Ming is an internet influencer from Waxia. He has plenty of die-hard fans. Back in the old world, he was used to a pampered lifestyle. Now, in this survival game, he still enjoys the same treatment. His female fans quickly jump in to support him. Brother Qi Ming is right. You're just a traitor biting the hand that feeds you. Why are you meddling in someone else's business? Want Brother Qi Ming to notice you or something? Shameless. This scene makes the three soldiers look extremely unhappy. The sergeant speaks sternly. Xia Zhang, go bring that girl over. Protect her well. Yes, Sergeant. And all of this is clearly visible to you via Maitong's shared vision. You see it all. Damn it, you grit your teeth and curse under your breath. Since no one else will step in, I will, given those three soldiers' character, mindset, and awareness. You really don't want them dying needlessly trying to protect this bunch of useless people. You promptly give Nightshade a command. Protect those soldiers, but don't reveal your full power. After all, in this survival game, if people realize how terrifying Nightshade's strength is, you might end up getting ganged up on. A few wolf howls echo from afar, drawing closer and closer, one after another. Sergeant, it's a wolf pack. Xia Zhang's face changes instantly. It's a pack of mutant giant wolves. The big guy's eyes go wide. Oh my god, there must be hundreds of them. Sergeant, this time we're done for. Xia Zhang, big guy. Listen to my orders. The sergeant grabs the already paralyzed Su Nuan, pushes her behind him, and falls back with the female comrade. The three quickly use the terrain and retreat behind a high embankment to avoid getting surrounded. In the old world, wolves feared fire. But these cave wolves, seeing the campfire, not only don't retreat, they're even more excited. As if they're full of hatred for the flames, the Wolf King lets out a long howl, and dozens of cave wolves charge straight over. The three soldiers grip their makeshift weapons tightly, ready for a desperate struggle. But meanwhile, the people behind them start screaming. Qi Ming keeps pushing his fangirls forward to block the wolves. This is your great opportunity to earn my favor. I'm with you all the way. The squad leader's face turned ashen. He turned his head and rebuked sharply. Everyone, shut up. But just as the two sides were about to clash head-on, a small white figure soared through the air, landing firmly between the wolf pack and the soldiers. The three soldiers focused their eyes, and to their surprise, it was a little girl. The squad leader was shocked. Ignoring the formation, he rushed forward to save her. But the little girl stretched out her hand to block them, and spoke in a childish voice. Let me say a few words first. She put her hands on her hips, and spoke to the dense pack of wolves in front of her, word by word. You are already surrounded by me. The rushing squad leader was stunned. Qi Ming's team, hiding in the back, was shocked. And you, in front of the screen, started to laugh. No wonder she's the daughter I raised from a baby. The three soldiers looked at each other in confusion. Wasn't it said that the elderly and children weren't participating in this survival game? But even stranger was, the wolves really seemed intimidated. They stared motionless at the little girl in front of them. The three soldiers saw this, and immediately stopped as well. They held their breath. Another howl erupted, shattering the brief calm. The Wolf King gave the order again. Several cave wolves were the first to attack. They viciously pounced at the little girl, The squad leader cursed and raised his entrenching tool, preparing to charge. Right at that moment, the campfire suddenly went out. A white figure leapt into the air. It darted swiftly among several dark shapes. In a flash, the white and dark figures landed at the same time. The squad leader, who was closest, hadn't even seen what happened yet, only to see several Wolf corpses already lying on the ground. He was just about to breathe a sigh of relief when another howl exploded. Several of their companions had been killed. The remaining hundreds of cave wolves instantly flew into a rage. Their eyes turned blood red, and they surged at the little girl in a massive wave. The little girl hesitated. He remembered the instructions you gave him. Don't fully reveal your strength. Facing so many enemies, he didn't know if he should go all out. Seeing the Wolf pack about to pounce on the little girl, a Wuling Hongwang roared and rushed out from the darkness. Dad is here. The little girl saw you, her face full of pleasant surprise. If heaven didn't give birth to Night Shadow, highway survival would be like an eternal night. You slammed on the brakes, pushed open the car door. Hear my call, and a big pineapple appeared. The moment the M249 light machine gun appeared, the bullets turned into beams of light like meteors in the night, pouring down on the charging pack of crypt wolves. Because of Night Shadow's shared vision, and with the buff of weakened darkness, every bullet you fired was almost a precision strike. Even a white Wolf hiding far in the back could not escape. M249 light machine gun. The squad leader only heard the sound of the gunfire and immediately identified the model. This was a weapon only equipped by regular infantry units. The three of them looked at each other, their eyes filled with surprise. The big pineapple had been firing continuously for over a minute. The squad leader suddenly realized the standard capacity of this gun is only 100 rounds. In this 1 minute of firing, it must have been way more than 100 rounds, right? He didn't have time to think too much. Grabbed his water bottle and rushed to your side, pouring water directly onto the barrel to cool it down. You were originally worried as well. With the morphic particle ammo depot, you could fire hundreds of rounds continuously. But the barrel might not hold up. This was a timely rain. Thanks, brother, you said with sincere gratitude. Qi Ming, hiding in the back, also saw this scene. His eyes flickered, and he lowered his voice to tell those around him. Everyone, listen up. When the battle is over, rush over and grab all the resources and equipment dropped by the beast tide. The female fans immediately entered sycophant mode. Brother Qi Ming is right. This beast tide was originally ours. The dropped equipment should belong to us anyway. We must stand on the moral high ground and condemn him fiercely. Hearing all the team members following his lead, Qi Ming revealed a sinister smile. In less than 5 minutes, less than 30 of the hundreds of crypt wolves remained. The squad leader breathed a sigh of relief. With only 30 left, even if the big pineapple ran out of ammo, they could handle it. However, just then, a low howl suddenly came from behind. You whipped your head around and gasped in cold air. You reached back and pulled out a desert eagle. A giant white wolf, far larger than the others, was slowly stepping out from the shadows. Quick, kill it. Out of trust in professional soldiers, plus the system's enhanced features, you tossed the desert eagle to the squad leader without hesitation. This was the real Wolf King. The one killed earlier was just a body double. The real Wolf King had been lurking in the shadows, watching. Before the squad leader could react, the Wolf King suddenly lunged, aiming straight for the big guy's head. You closed your eyes, unable to watch this scene. At the critical moment, Xia Zheng lunged forward, pushing the big guy aside. The Wolf King's claws missed, but it adjusted quickly, slashing at Xia Zheng. On his body, a wound deep enough to see the bone appeared instantly. Seeing his comrade injured for him, the big guy's eyes turned red. He roared and stood up. I'll fight you to the death. The Wolf King opened its bloody maw and charged again. Bang, 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 bang. 6 gunshots, continuous and precise, all hit the White Wolf King's vital points. The Wolf King's massive body fell heavily to the ground. You saw the last 2 crypt wolves, drew your cold wind military knife, and rushed over. However, it was different from what you imagined. This knife, which could cut through pavement like tofu, actually felt significant resistance. When cutting into the crypt wolves, you didn't have time to think about it, and finished them off with a few slashes. You quickly carried the sleepy night shadow back to the car, then turned and ran toward Xia Zhang. Who has hemostatic medicine? Who has bandages? Get them out now. The squad leader looked toward the crowd, only to see Qiming holding your Desert Eagle. The squad leader was instantly enraged. Are you even human? That's the gun of the person who saved our lives. How can you do this at a time like this? It turned out Qiming had sent someone to steal the Desert Eagle, while the squad leader was checking Xia Zhang's injuries. Having the gun in hand, Qiming didn't care about the squad leader at all. He gave a sarcastic laugh. I've put up with you guys for a long time. Now that the gun is in my hand, let's see who the hell dares to shout at me again. You're really something, you sneered, holding a military first aid kit. You walked over slowly. Seeing you approach, Qiming put on a fawning face.
He ordered the people behind him.
A lot of stuff dropped from this beast tide. What are you waiting for? Go pick it up. The team members immediately entered sycophant mode. Brother Qiming is right. This beast tide was originally ours. The dropped equipment should belong to us anyway. We must stand on the moral high ground and condemn him fiercely. Qiming nodded with satisfaction. Don't worry about these few people for now. Everyone, go gather the gear. Regroup in 5 minutes. You looked at Qiming, who was flaunting your pistol, and smiled knowingly, not panicking at all. You took a Huazi cigarette from your ring, lit it leisurely, and said, "You're actually quite a good person." Exhaling a smoke ring, you added, "Even having people help me pick up resources." Qiming's face darkened. Damn it, who said you could smoke? You tilted your head and looked at him. Oh, you've got quite an attitude. Believe it or not, I'll shoot you dead. Qiming raised the Desert Eagle and pointed it at you. If you don't want to die, behave yourself. Go, bring that light machine gun and that little girl over here. By now, the team members had finished gathering the loot and returned. They lined up one by one to report their harvest to Qiming. The resources dropped from this beast tide were extremely rich. Weapons, rare materials, water, food, energy, they had everything. Qiming laughed loudly, then looked at you fiercely again. Go get 'em, don't you understand me? I'll blow your head off right now. The squad leader and the big guy had already treated Xia Zhang's wounds. Hearing this, they shouted in anger. Are you even Chinese? He saved all of us at the most critical moment. He is our benefactor. A drop of kindness should be repaid with a fountain. How did your parents raise you? But you slowly shook your head, your voice terrifyingly calm. Actually, it's not accurate to say that. The only ones I saved this time were the 3 of you. As the words fell, a mocking smile appeared at the corner of your mouth. The cold wind saber suddenly appeared in my hand. You strode toward Qiming. Saber versus Desert Eagle. How can I win this? The squad leader and the big guy's expressions changed dramatically. They hurriedly shouted to stop you. Forget it, just let it go. It hasn't been easy for any of us. A smug smile appeared at the corner of Qiming's mouth. Kid, get down on your knees in front of me right now. Crawl through my legs. Maybe I'll consider making you one of my underlings. Otherwise, you'll have to bear the consequences. The teammates behind burst into loud laughter. Ladies, I bet you anything. That punk is going to come over, get on his knees and apologize. So you guys are planning to tough it out together, huh?
Bullshit.
We're like a part of Qiming's own body. Tough it out together? Who are you looking down on? After you listened, you nodded slightly. All right, beyond saving. In the next second, you turned into a shadow. In the blink of an eye, Qiming's men only saw a blur before their eyes. When they looked again, everyone around them had vanished. Qiming was stunned. He realized he was all alone. Don't come any closer. I'll shoot. He was trembling all over, aimed his gun straight at you. You walked toward him step by step, with a smile on your face. I really want to see how hard you try. Bang! The Desert Eagle spat fire. The bullet came straight at you. The squad leader and others gasped in shock. But not only were you completely fine, there wasn't even a drop of blood. What the hell? How is this possible? Qiming's face went pale. Bang, 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 3 more shots. You still wore a smile, without flinching at all. Are you done yet? You ask calmly. Is it my turn now? A black slash flashed by. You sheathed your blade and turned away, walking off without even looking back. The squad leader watched you approach with a calm face. He couldn't help but feel a chill down his spine. But everything Qiming's team did, the three soldiers had seen all along. They had it coming. The squad leader steps forward and extends his hand. I'm afraid we'll all meet our end here. You shake his hand. With you, Waxia truly has hope. That's why we have today. The big guy also comes over, looking full of admiration. Bro, you're amazing. Our best equipment is just an entrenching tool. But you actually managed to carry out an M249 light machine gun. After using a military first aid kit, Xia, Zhang's injuries are no longer serious. You're generous without hesitation, taking out wild boar meat. You sit around the campfire with the three soldiers, and everyone enjoys a hearty meal together. You chat while eating. You learn. All three of them were originally cooks in the army. By the way, the national channel is open now. Have you gotten in touch with the main Huaxia forces? The squad leader shakes his head. We've been posting messages on the world channel almost every day, but discovered something really strange. You become interested on the spot. What did you find? Besides all the active service armed forces nationwide, the soldiers who entered this game all seem to be from the cooking units or are veterans. There aren't any frontline combat troops. You silently take note of this information. This might be critically important intel in the future. You've actually already decided to form your own team next. Someone like the squad leader. The task of strategic gathering goes to you. I'll take care of weapons and food. A look of excitement appears on the squad leader's face, but then he starts to look worried. Our people are scattered everywhere, and we don't have position coordinates. It'll be really hard to organize a gathering. As for locating everyone, you stand up. I'll take care of it right now. You immediately send a private message to Lu Wanqing. Where are you right now? Are you coming over? If you are, I'll send our location to you. Sure enough, the fact that Lu Wanqing found her brother so fast means they definitely have a way to determine locations. You start scheming in your mind. Soon after, you send a message to trade over the Desert Eagle. Lu Wanqing doesn't hesitate at all. A trade request pops up right away. You click to accept. Detecting Desert Eagle pistol. Would you like to spend 1 day's usage to decorate it? Proceed with decoration.
Decorate. Decoration successful.
The Desert Eagle is now bound to the host. Then you take out 10 12.7mm rounds and put them into the trade window with the Desert Eagle. Take these 10 bullets. Also, I want to ask you a favor. Whatever it is, just let me know. If I can help, I definitely will. You send your detailed plan over. Once I know, I'll send you the location. After your chat ends, you look at the 2 weapons that were dropped due to moisture this time. Enhanced Military Sandling Bayonet. 50 modern multi-purpose military bayonets. Enhanced Ender Blade. 50 Ender Blades with steel-encased gold. All stored in the particle space ring. On the other side, Lu Wanqing walks up to her brother. Brother, I want to discuss something with you. Not long after, a private message comes in. You're going to organize and form a team. Yes. Are you guys willing to join us? This is a real opportunity. Lu Wanqing is silent for a few seconds. Okay. My sister and I have decided to join. I don't have great ambition. I just want to keep my sister safe and return to reality alive.